I'm like every Smash fan ever right now.
Yeah. Cry more.
We're talking about Smash Brothers again. Jesus Christ, guys.
Shocking.
Smash Bros.
Smash Brothers month.
Because the other day, yesterday, in fact, there was a huge reveal. Huge reveal. Blew up the planet.
A huge reveal. Was it Ridley?
Yes.
Wow.
That's it. That's our Ridley quota
Ridley's
film.
Ridley's too big for huge.
Didn't you see that one frame that had Ridley in it? Look in the top right corner.
Gosh.
I regret everything.
Any dang ways. There was a huge reveal yesterday. Sakurai posted on Miiverse the other day that he was going to do this big reveal on Monday, and everybody speculated the shit out of it, and we got to see it yesterday. Yes. That reveal, that whole lead up to that was a fucking roller coaster ride. Okay, because he puts it on Miiverse, and then the creator of Xenoblade Chronicles retweets it, and everybody thinks it's gonna be Shulk. And then the night of before the reveal, they put up a trophy of Rayman. So
What? Yeah.
it was just a fucking roller coaster. And then the reveal had nothing to do with either of them. So
Yep.
it was a roller coaster. Can we?
What was the reveal?
I know. I want to talk about the Rayman trophy.
It was
first.
great. That's what it was.
Yeah, let's talk about Rayman and how the rabbits are gonna be in the game.
No.
That's who they. That's who they. Whatever. Move on.
Good joke, Josh. Good joke.
That's who they thought the chorus boys were.
Shut up. Can't explain. Listen,
Oh,
okay.
God.
There were a lot of people that saw the Rayman thing. Were like, "Oh my God, Rayman's playable! Whoa, oh my God!" And you guys are dumb. You guys are dumb because here's the thing. There's no way that is how they reveal Rayman in the game. A third party mascot character. There's no way that they put up a trophy of him and then a month later are like, "Oh yeah, by the way, he's playable." No way that's happening. If
They didn't do
I mean,
that
that's
with
what
any of the-
Ubisoft did with the game. They were like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna get it first," and then
They didn't do.
they
yeah, sorry.
delayed it.
That's okay.
So that's
Anyway,
what they're doing.
look. No. If Rayman
Organized
is playable, which there's no way that they would do that. So he's not playable. Get over it, guys.
I think it's absolutely hilarious that Sakurai actually talked to Ubisoft. Not personally, but I don't know. Someone had to do some intervening, talk to Ubisoft and be like, "Hey, can you give us a Rayman thingamajig, some reference art or whatever, so we can use it as a trophy? But we're not gonna put the character in the game. Just so you know."
Lol.
Yeah.
That's what you get for dicking us over.
Yeah, maybe
think
if you
what's-
would have announced some games at E3 for the Wii U, maybe we would have put them in. But
You just got Sakurai.
Yeah. Well, I think it's funny too that they, instead of getting concept art, Ubisoft was like, "Here, have a model, 3D model. You can move around."
here's I'm also attaching a Word document of a moveset to the file. You can look through it. The Final Smash, there's some concept art there. If you'd like.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Rayman's
No, fuck you, trophy.
Rayman's final smash turns into a trophy. Guess what the rest of his attacks are?
Just turning around.
Stands there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think about? I think it's cool that there's some third-party trophies in here, man.
I just
do you
think
guys think we'll see more than Rayman?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
we'll see a
No
Assassin
examples,
from
just yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
the Rabbids,
Klonoa.
and Ezio.
Please no.
You know what?
Okay.
I bet we will have a rabbit trophy.
No.
Probably.
I will forever be in denial about that, even when it does happen.
I just
That's
It
just
is- They have, they have their own TV show, you know.
No.
I just think it was so weird that
Yeah.
third-party character got a trophy, and it's not like a Capcom
Well-
or a Namco or a Sega third-party character.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a third-party character that
Wonderful
doesn't have
101.
any representation in the game, so it's like, what? It confused the shit out of me. I couldn't believe what I was seeing was real.
It was
Yeah.
completely out of left field. Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
anybody saw it coming.
When
It's definitely
Well, I
one of those
mean,
things
Wonder,
where-
Wonder Red had a trophy as well.
Wonder Red's
What?
not third-party.
right.
He's not.
No.
No, they own Platinum Games. I didn't know that.
Platinum games. We don't own Platinum games.
No, we
Well,
don't.
nice.
But Nintendo,
We don't.
No, Nintendo doesn't own Platinum Games, but the wonderful 101 is a Nintendo property.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I just remember seeing the Rayman trophy on, I think it was Reddit, and I was like, "Oh, that's a funny joke." And then I went to the website to check the update, and
it
was
was.
Rayman. And I was like, "All right, I just need to go to bed because this is too weird."
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, you're absolutely right. It's one of those
Maybe
things
when
where,
I
like,
make up, things will make more sense.
Yeah.
you first see it and you're like, no way, that's real. But
That can't be real, but it
It
could
was.
be real.
It's so funny.
Yeah, that trophy, that was so confusing. Like, I just went to bed confused. Like I didn't know what to think anymore, because I, like everybody else on the planet, was so confident it was going to be Shulk, and then like obviously I didn't think it was going to be Rayman, but I was like, well shit, what if it is another third-party character? Why, this has to mean something, right?
No.
Right?
Nope.
It's just the fucking troll, everybody.
No, it meant-
Fucking Sakurai.
It meant
The
nothing.
randomness that is Sakurai.
It meant nothing, because the reveal...
Forgot how he trolled you in the past and just didn't think that he would let up.
Sakurai's a master troll, dude.
He really is.
Yeah, he is the master. Bow down.
Let's talk about the actual reveal then, because whew, what a reveal. The 3-minute trailer that they decided to show had not one but 2 newcomers and a veteran in it, so it was quite the
Yeah.
update.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thus confirming the Gematsu leak.
Is false.
Oh wait.
Seconds in, they show off Lucina, and they're like, "Oh, it's just like, oh my god, I'm wrong." Like, I thought Crom was gonna be in the game. I just thought he had better chances, but I wanted Lucina more. Like, I just like her as a character better. Plus, she's female. We could always use more female reps, and I'm actually happy to be wrong.
Yeah, she's got a total badass design. I like her a lot.
Yeah.
I was Team Lucina the whole time, so go me. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna say that I was right, and the Gematsu leak was wrong. I'm better than them.
Yeah. Fuck you, Gematsu.
Yeah, I'm as excited as I am to play as Lucina and Robin and Captain. That's all fantastic news, but I take a sick joy in seeing this leak be disproved. And it's here's the thing, man. If we got any of the characters that were on it, I would not complain at all. I would love to play as Shulk, and I expect Shulk still. And like, I would have zero problems with the chorus kids from Rhythm Heaven. It's just I don't believe stuff until I see it. You know, I was never gonna. It made me so mad when people on the internet would be like, "Oh, writing's on the wall. It's confirmed. We're gonna get the Gematsu leak. We got it." It made me so mad because like the game's not out yet, guys, and I'm so glad to see those same people, some of them at least, finally like accepting like, "Oh shit, yeah, the game isn't out yet."
No,
We
but
don't actually know what's going on. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, we won't know
Whoops.
until September 13th.
my favorite people are the ones who are like, "No, but he just saw that Crom was in the game,
yeah.
and
Yep.
and he thought that Robin was Shulk because they look a lot alike, and so he's still right. It's still gonna happen."
No. You people are wrong. Shut up.
Let's slow down a minute. Let's slow down a minute. Let's take it back. So obviously,
yeah.
Lucina's in it. We just
Turn
talked
the
about
beat back.
Lucina, and they also revealed Captain Falcon in the trailer. That was super
Yes, best character.
But
By
the-
the way, he's not cut, guys. He's not cut.
He's not.
Yeah,
Thank God, we all
just to
thought
further
he was.
drive the
He
point
was-
home.
He was never gonna be cut in the first place.
I know.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I just don't understand people. Oh,
I don't either.
especially with the original Smash Brothers. Like, especially with those.
If
And
he's come,
from the
if he's
64.
come this far in the game,
Even-
he's not going anywhere.
Dude, the thing with that though, like even more than Ness or Jigglypuff, who I still absolutely believe are going nowhere, but Captain Falcon in particular, who is like the most popular Smash Brothers character, he's become like a legend meme status.
Yep.
And Samurai Goro is the fucking assist trophy. How could
Yeah.
anyone in their right mind think that Captain Falcon was in trouble?
They downgraded Captain Falcon to assist trophy.
just like Wario.
Anyway, I
People are fucking dumb.
I knew it was no surprise to me at all that he was in this game, but I'm still really happy to see him.
I was surprised.
Yeah.
I was surprised to see him because like I feel like he would have been a hidden character again, and they just would have kept him hidden. And like there
Yeah,
are so many
'cause
other
that's what
like
they did.
there's so many other like veterans that need to be revealed still, like Ice Climbers and Wario and Meta Knight.
There are 11 veterans that are coming back, and that's obviously counting Snake, but everyone else.
So the vets who are coming back, not Captain Falcon, obviously.
Oh, he's with Cut.
We're thinking they're going to be Ness, Jigglypuff.
Lucas.
Are you gonna try to list all of them? Okay.
I'm just trying to list the ones that like are guaranteed, and I'm going to say Ness, Lucas, Ice Climbers, Game and Watch, Wario,
Meta Knight.
and Meta Knight and Ganondorf are pretty much guaranteed.
You don't think Falco's
Yeah.
guaranteed?
Oh, and Falco. I always forget someone. And I feel like all of them are locks. Like you can bet the farm on them and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And everybody else is like varying degrees of probably in it too. I don't know yet. So
You don't think Game & Watch is in it?
He's
Or
not
he
Game
said
and
Game and
Watch.
Watch.
You know?
The only
Oh,
ones the only
okay.
ones he left off were Rob and Wolf.
Lucas and Wolf.
No, he
Yeah.
didn't leave off Lucas.
No, he said Lucas.
no, I didn't say
Yeah.
Lucas. Josh
I
said
think he
I
did.
said Lucas. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm crazy.
Yeah, everybody jumping down my fucking throat. And
I'm gonna turn the video back. I'm pretty sure he said Lucas, but whatever. Okay.
And I'm going to say Ness, Lucas, Lucas.
Fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be
We'll do
real-
that in editing. No, but I think those 8 are a lock.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Josh.
No, I was gonna say honestly, I think I thought Wolf had the best chance of being cut, and I think he's absolutely in the game. So I think all 11 veterans are gonna be in it.
Yeah, I've been
I mean,
saying.
obviously, except for Snake.
Yeah.
He's not one of the
I've
11.
been,
Right.
I've been saying all along that I didn't think we'd see any cuts from Brawl except Snake, Squirtle, and Ivysaur. And I still think that, but once it was pointed out to me yesterday that, like, we've got, if you count the 3 different Miis, we've got 38 characters confirmed for this next game. Plus the 11 that I expect back is 49, and I'm just kind of like tugging at my shirt collar, like, oh, are we gonna go over 50? I don't know. So
Well, plus, he already said that we still have a few newcomers to go.
yeah,
So that brings
Well,
us
he
right
did,
over
like-
50.
He didn't flat out say that, but I think we have at least a few left. Because he said we're nearing the bottom. He didn't say we're at the bottom.
No,
yeah. Well,
that's
the
what I'm
thing
saying.
about
It's-
the
we're
thing
nearing
about that is he said they were nearing the bottom of videos. There could
Oh,
be
that's
newcomers in the
Right.
game that aren't revealed before the game comes out. I mean, there always have been historically.
Yeah.
But I could also, at the same time, I could see them not doing that this time, because the Wii U's hurting and they want to get as many people in the seats as possible. You know, they revealed all the characters
Right.
and tracks before Mario Kart came out, so
True.
I could see them
That's
possibly.
not the same thing. You know it's not the same.
That,
I know
that
it's
still
not the
blows
same
my
thing.
mind, though.
I know it's not the same thing, and Matt, I am on your side, and I think there will be hidden characters that aren't revealed before the game comes out. But I'm saying that I think it's also possible for there not to be.
Sure.
I wouldn't be completely surprised if they revealed the whole roster before.
I'm for the most part I'm pretty confident on all the 11 characters that everybody keeps talking about all coming back, and everybody's like worried that like Lucas and like Wolf will get cut, and like Lucina's a clone, and they're also clones. I mean they're not, but they are. So I mean they're not gonna.
Well,
I would argue that Lucina's more of a clone than they are.
Lucina,
She is.
Yeah.
Lucina is, and I'm actually okay with that.
Yeah, I don't
to be
have-
honest with everybody.
I never had as big a problem with clones as everyone else seems to, especially if the roster's going to be over 50, then a clone here or there is not that big a deal,
No.
folks. This is a huge roster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've got what 11 newcomers and only one of them's a clone so far. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
definitely. Lucina is like the first newcomer clone, I would say.
She is. She is the first newcomer clone. But also like,
I'm surprised at how just blatantly clonish she is.
I'm
She's
not.
Roy.
I'm not.
That's
I'm not surprised because
yeah,
as much as I would like for her to have a unique moveset, I mean everybody would. Everybody wants there to be like all unique characters. But in terms of any character they've ever put in a Smash Brothers game that has been a clone, I think Lucina might actually have the most excuse to be one, because in the context of her game, she is Marth. She is trying to be Marth. She's imitating Marth. She's imitating his moves. She's for most of the game, she's acting like Marth.
But Mewtwo's a clone.
Gosh. Shut your mouth.
Yeah.
Obviously, Matt's saying, the whole point of Lucina is that she's.
I get it.
How dare you?
But
Derailment.
look, I'm just saying, like, even characters like Toon Link or even Young Link, who are Link, they're just Link in another universe. Like, if you pull moves from their different games, like even if you were to pull moves from just Wind Waker, you could have a whole unique set for Toon Link. Like, even that, there's not as big of an excuse. Even like Pichu, there wasn't as big of an excuse because there's a whole move pool there in the Pokemon games. But Lucina, she acts like Marth the whole game. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't
either. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm not going to say that I'm not disappointed, but at the same time, I'm not, like, super upset. Like I feel like characters like Ganondorf being a clone is more upsetting to me than Lucina being a clone. Let's put it that way.
It's not even, like, Ganondorf isn't anything, like, related to Captain Falcon.
Right.
Aside from moveset, obviously. But...
I agree with Matt's justification.
Yeah, I do as well. I'm not too beat up about it. I think it's awesome enough that she's playable.
Plus, on the complete other end of the spectrum, we got Robin, who is completely different than any other fucking character in the game, including Fire Emblem characters. But before we get into that, somebody explain who the fuck Robin is for people who don't know.
He's Batman's little buddy.
She's from How I Met Your Mother.
David is making Josh jokes at this point.
Yeah, I was about to accuse him of the same thing.
Well, I mean, I did a different joke, so.
All right, I guess it's up to me.
Go ahead, Kyle.
Robin is the avatar player character in the recent game Fire Emblem Awakening.
The game that Lucina is from.
Yeah, that means we have 2 Fire Emblem Awakening reps.
Which is nuts.
It's insane, and I love it. And I'm like,
I think the thing that's the thing that throws me off the most about this reveal is, like, pretty much we were all unanimous. We're gonna get a new Fire Emblem character. It's gonna be Lucina. It's gonna be Chrom. It's gonna be one of them. Nobody in this call thought it was gonna be Robin, and nobody thought we were gonna get 2.
Right.
Yeah.
I said this on our forums, and I was like, Robin. Like, I've heard that idea. Like,
I have too.
Robin as a character because of Sword and Magic.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we discussed it in our podcast. Even if we didn't think it would happen, we at least, like,
acknowledge.
We acknowledged that, like, hey, that is, a thing.
No,
so.
it's not a Greninja. It's something that it's something we talked about. But at the same time, we were pretty much just on that Lucina and Chrom train the whole time. Like, Robin was just kind of.
I think the reason that like Robin was sort of pushed to the side, we just sort of talked about it and wondered if they would acknowledge it at all. I think the reason that was pushed aside, I'm just being super repetitive, it was because as an avatar character, it's incredibly customizable. And they were like, how are you gonna put in a character that you can have, multiple heights, multiple hairs, multiple faces, and just lock it down? And so we sort of were like, they probably won't.
Well, they just went with the defaults.
Yeah, I mean, for both the male and female in the Smash game, they just took, like, if you go in and change no parameters, there is a default appearance for
that was my next question.
And Robin is the name for it.
Now that we're here, it's like, oh, this is the obvious choice.
Right.
Why didn't we think, why don't they do that and go with it? And they did, and good for them.
What do you guys, let me pose this to you. You know how the villager there's a female villager, but there's also, like, a different male and a different female face, and hair. Do you think that some of the palette swaps or whatever for Robin will have, some different appearances from the game?
I figured as much.
I think it's a possibility.
I wouldn't be surprised. That's all.
It'd be kind of a waste if they weren't.
I want to see Morgan.
Considering they've already gone so far as to make sure that you're able to play as the male or the female variant, I don't see any reason why they couldn't go, that extra
Yeah.
5 feet
Sure.
to give them extra hairstyles.
Is it 5 feet? Because Ubisoft, it says it's like
Yeah.
double the workload.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that fake tweet too.
Are we really gonna devote any time to talking about Ubisoft?
Well, we already talked about
Yeah.
Rayman.
Yeah, we talked about Rayman for like 15 minutes.
And the
Yeah,
awesome
fuck
rabbits.
Shut up.
And Aisha Tyler.
Fuck
The
Ubisoft.
thing with the female Robin, though, I think it's a case where they kind of had to, particularly since every other, villager and Wii Fit trainer, every other character like that exists in male or female form, they're both there. And there were a lot of female Fire Emblem Awakening fans out there. And how are you going to throw them all under the bus like that by making it exclusively male Robin? I think they kind of had to have female Robin, and I'm very happy that they did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
It was a smart choice, yeah.
I just
That's another female character.
I
We
don't
got two females.
just
It's one reveal.
I mean
And Captain Falcon.
of
Captain Falcon gets all the ladies.
Kept
I'm just not gonna talk.
Exactly. Go
All
ahead.
right.
I was gonna say like I think other than like Wii Fit Trainer and Greninja, I think Robin surprised me the most of any of the characters.
I
have been
was,
revealed.
I could see that.
Mhm.
I was not
Yeah.
expecting Robin.
We were expecting Lucina or Crom,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and then we got Lucina, and then we got Robin. So
Yeah.
you were like,
So I just want to say
I
this.
I'll get my
With
chance to
ads
fight
and
another
stuff.
day.
Yeah, I was gonna say the best
Yeah.
part of that video was just Crumbs admitting defeat.
Yeah.
it's like
Man.
I actually,
hard instantly, and you're like, this is gonna be a Lucina trailer, and you weren't thinking about Robin at all.
yeah.
I think Don put it best. Captain Falcon beat Crom so hard he can't even play in Smash.
Yeah. He was
Well-
single-handedly taking on Lucina and Crom, and he beat, like Jess said, which I said, Crom. He beat
Like,
Crom
all-
out of Smash 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, everybody on the internet's made that joke that he
Right.
like got punched out of the roster. And it's great to see
Can't help.
a surprise like that. Well, yeah, Captain Falcon, but I'm talking about Robin. It's great to see. Like, I never saw it coming, but I think it's so cool. And
I don't think anybody
Well,
did.
I think. Well, let's explain why it's such a big, awesome surprise. And it's because before this, everybody was kind of convinced that the Gematsu leak was correct because everything was lining up. Everybody was, seeing, okay, Pokemon XY character, Palutena, Pac-Man, Little Mac. And so all the pieces were kind of falling into place. And
me-
Rosalina
yeah, so,
Shut
well,
up, Josh.
wasn't on there.
Right. But so now we got Robin and Lucina where it should have been Crom according to this guy, and it wasn't, and it suddenly opens up Smash again for speculation and people to guess what's gonna come up next, and it makes Smash Brothers fun again.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm pretty sure, like, maybe I'm giving him too much credit, but I don't think I am. I'm pretty sure Sakurai knows what he's doing. In terms of
I think he's demonstrated that he definitely does know what he's
yeah,
doing.
in terms of like keeping it fresh, like you said, making it, keeping us on our toes.
Yeah.
He's the master, so I think that's awesome. But I wanted to say a minute ago, I think Robin is a cool. It represents a side of Fire Emblem that thus far has been unrepresented, which is the mages.
Somewhat,
I-
yes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's shaking it up from the blue-haired lords with swords, and I am in full support of that.
It also represents like the player element.
Yes.
The
Oh
Yeah.
man, let me read my Tumblr post about it. It was like what is it I say? I say, was I expecting Crom? Sure. Am I upset about Robin? Hell no, because he's an even better choice. Use of swords and tomes and the limited use of them is a wonderful integration/adaptation of the gameplay of Fire Emblem Awakening into this fighter. And then, of course, that integration is furthered by making his final Smash a dual support with Crom. Fire Emblem Awakening is all about dual support, and the fact that it's utilized or /referenced in Smash 4 is Sakurai showing how much he loves Fire Emblem Awakening fans. The MU and Crom are the best buddies in this game. It's the absolute best Final Smash I could have asked for Robin. And just the fact that he's got all these tomes and that he's got a limited use of them, it's like it shows like this is kind of reminiscent of how you played Fire Emblem, and now it's represented in this fighter.
It's the embodiment of like Fire Emblem mechanics, and I think Robin is going to be a ton of fun to play.
Oh,
Me too.
I really want to know like what's up with the bronze sword. Like they obviously didn't really talk too much about that. And I want to further like see how exactly the tomes work, because we don't know like 100% sure.
Right.
But I'd like to know.
I'm curious about that as well.
Yeah.
We haven't really talked about. I mean, you briefly just mentioned his Final Smash, Kyle. It looks to be like he does a dual support with Crom and like pulls Crom out of thin air and they go apeshit on the enemy. You know.
It's totally it.
And like I'm pretty confident that that is the case, and that's such an awesome Final Smash for Robin. You know, it's also like you said, it's representing the mechanics of the game he's from, where dual supports are such a big important thing. So
yeah, it just kind of occurred to me how many player avatar characters are in this game. You've got the Mii, you've got the Animal Crossing character, you've got Robin now. It's just
Wii
kind
Fit
of
Trainer, sort of.
I mean, not really. It's not really a customized.
I mean, you
character.
can switch switch between male and female.
Switch behind.
Yeah, but you're not playing as
but
the Wii Fit.
and they're
you're
not
not
customizable and personal the way that the other three characters are. And it's just kind of neat that there's so much. I don't know.
That seems
The Pokemon train.
That's just a lot of fan service going on. And I like
No, there totally is, and I think customization seems to be the theme of this game. You know, with the custom movesets and stuff. So
that makes sense.
I'm super excited to play as Robin.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Super excited to play.
How do you?
Well, obviously, yeah.
How do you?
I'm so stoked.
How do you guys feel about
I'm pretty calm now, but y'all should have seen me yesterday.
Yeah.
I know. I was online when you were watching it and flipping.
What were you gonna say, Matt?
No. How do you guys feel about it being two Awakening characters, though?
It doesn't I was talking to you about this the other day, yesterday. It doesn't bother me too much. It is strange because, you know, half of the Fire Emblem roster is from one of 13 games. So that's a little weird, but it doesn't bother me too much because, like you said earlier, Lucina is basically Marth, who represents the series in a broader scope. And I feel like Robin is sort of, you know, I guess you could count him as the Awakening rep if you're looking at Lucina that way. But also I feel like he, like I talked about with the magic and stuff, he also kind of represents the series in a little slightly broader way in terms of that several Fire Emblem games, not many, I think there's like 3 counting Awakening, have a customizable player character. And almost all of them have magic. So I don't know. It is a little weird. I'll give you that, but it doesn't bother me too much that I feel like the 2 characters they picked, like if it was Crom and Lucina,
that would have been too much. That would have been all the blue hairs.
Yeah.
I, on the other hand, am super pumped because Fire Emblem Awakening is my favorite game, and in one day, 2 characters got reps in Smash Brothers, so I am nothing but for it.
It's also like the biggest Fire Emblem game. It's got the biggest audience. It brought the most people to the series. So it makes sense that it's now kind of the flagship game.
Yeah, I mean, it saved the series in the West and sort of in Japan, too.
Yeah.
So that was the reason we were expecting at least 1 rep from it, you know. So I think it's... I don't think it's that... Well, it is weird, but I don't think it's a problem that there's 2 reps from it.
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
I don't either. I was telling Dawn this the other day, that, like, of all the Nintendo franchises in this game that didn't already have 4 reps in, like, Brawl and in this game, I think Fire Emblem and Kirby are the most deserving of 4 reps, because Fire Emblem, because it's got 14 games, that's a lot. Like, Metroid doesn't have that many, Star Fox doesn't have that many, and they've been there since the beginning. But and then Kirby, because Kirby also has a lot of games, and Kirby's kind of like the 4th big Nintendo franchise at this point. Like,
yeah, it's kind of Mario, Zelda, Pokemon Kirby
Yeah.
they
are there for like
yeah,
big ones.
There's like one Mario game, at least one Mario game a year, at least one Pokemon game a year, and then like a Zelda or Kirby game every couple of years. So it's like those are like the 4 big ones. And I don't think we're gonna get another Kirby character. I won't be surprised if we do. I won't be upset if we do, but I absolutely don't think we will.
I'll definitely be surprised if we do.
Yeah, the thing about that, we've talked about this a lot in the past. Kirby deserves another character, but it doesn't need one.
Yeah.
There's no there's no 4th Kirby character to go to. And
Right.
like if you were gonna go to Banana Waddle Dee or Prince Fluff, Prince Fluff or Gooey, you're taking a huge step down from like the winner's circle of
Yep.
Kirby, Meta Knight, and DDD.
You
So
get bronze medals you're handing out at that point.
Yeah.
yeah, we've got everybody that matters to Kirby already, and I think that's perfectly fine. That's all we need.
I'm just saying that of the franchises that don't have them, those are the 2, and I think it makes sense for Fire Emblem to get 4. I do think it's a little strange that they're both from the same game, but it doesn't upset me.
You're right. We should have brought Roy back.
No, not
The,
Roy.
the other thing that's significant about Awakening is that it's kind of like they tried to make it like the Fire Emblem game. Like everybody's in it. You can get Marth and Ike. Well, not Ike because fucking Priam, but you can get like Marth and Lynn and Roy and every other Fire Emblem like character as DLC in Awakening. So it's kind of like the series is Smash Brothers, where it's like bringing over all the great Fire Emblem characters to the same universe. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
So, I don't. It doesn't bother me too much that we're getting 2 Awakening characters.
I didn't want to interrupt you guys earlier, but Matt, you said there's 14 Fire Emblem games. Fire Emblem Awakening's the 13th one.
Oh,
I
well, sorry.
said 13.
Well, sorry for being wrong.
I said 13.
Can't be wrong on the
I was telling-
internet.
I was telling Matt that he said 14.
Yeah,
I know.
And,
somebody's already corrected me in the comments. It's all right.
yeah, I know.
It was me.
And they haven't watched to this point because it took forever for me to interrupt you guys.
We've already
It's
corrected.
funny.
Whatever. 13 is still a lot more than the games I still
Metroid or
mentioned.
Star Fox.
Yeah. F-Zero.
Mother.
So
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
still makes sense. Also worth noting that much like Greninja, Lucina and Robin were introduced on the same console that the Smash Bros. Game that they're in. So
Oh,
That's
good
true.
point.
That's true.
that's nuts.
In
Yeah.
fact, although they did come, Awakening came out before X and Y, so
Greninja's still the newest character in the game,
yeah. But he's not the
technically. But he's not the only one that was introduced on the 3DS that's in the 3DS Smash Bros.
right. Interesting points.
Yeah.
So,
So there we go. Overall, I think we're all pretty psyched about the new reveals.
Hell
heck
yeah.
yeah,
Pumped.
yeah.
Get
I'm
hyped.
super hyped for this game. Like David said, the magic is back a little bit.
Yes.
Not that I ever fully believed the leak anyway, but it's just now you're like, oh man, anything goes.
Yeah.
So
I still want a Rhythm Heaven rep. I want Karate Joe instead.
it's not out of the question, man.
Yeah, I know.
So
They got some Rhythm Heaven like a little bit in the Smash Run. So
yeah.
Mhm. We are getting toward the end of the character reveals.
Yeah. Oh, before we end this discussion, though, we should talk about a rumor that came out today that Koro Koro will be
Oh, yeah.
unveiling the entire roster next month.
Well, they actually said that on their website, I think, and they've said that before about Brawl,
Mhm.
but they just showed characters that were already revealed.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like I think they even used the same wording and stuff back in 2007.
Yeah.
yeah, it could be
Basically,
just something
we're
that's
talking
lost in
about-
translation.
Entire roster that we know so far.
Or it could
Yeah.
be the,
Right.
somebody else said it could be the entire starting roster or something like that.
Yeah.
Entire starting roster might be nice to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely would. I'm with you guys though. I'm not expecting to know all the secrets in a month.
No.
I would be kind of
think that
disappointed if I
Yeah,
did.
I'm not
Yeah,
not
but-
ready to know all the secrets. You know,
Yeah.
like I said, I said it before.
People know when the game comes out.
Yeah.
Anyone that claims they know anything more than that before that day is full of shit. Because
Pretty much.
Nintendo has this shit on lockdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say it's like Matt said, it's not quite the same situation as Mario Kart 8 because like the Treehouse employees were playing it and talking about it at E3, and it's under tight wraps. Like Nate Bildorf, probably in jest, but he said something like, "We have to play Pac-Man in a closet because even people within Treehouse aren't allowed to know about all the characters." So
It's funny.
So yeah, I think that there's still some cards up Sakurai's sleeve.
Yeah, totally.
Dixie Kong card, Dixie Kong card, Dixie Kong card, Dixie Kong card, Dixie Kong card.
Yep. So that's what I was gonna say is supposedly we're nearing the end of the new character reveals is what Sakurai kind of hinted toward.
Dixie
Any
Kong
any
card,
any guesses aside from Dixie Kong?
Dixie Kong card. I think.
Oh yeah, like I asked this question last night. If there's one more character, because assuming the 11 are back, we'd be at 49. If they're just gonna round it out and make it an even 50, who's the one character you think is most likely? Who it most likely will be?
Yeah, you guys want to go around?
The one
you keep saying 11, but like you don't mention
we don't
like
know
the number of like characters we have right now. Like what is that
we have
number?
38.
It's
38.
38.
It's 36.
36.
It's 36, 38, counting the Mii's as 3 separate characters.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, just to make it more simple, what Josh is asking is if there's only one newcomer left, who is it? Which doesn't mean there is only one, but if
Ooh.
Let me say something.
I don't think there is just one, but okay.
Tekken Tag 2 has 59 characters.
That is not Smash Brothers.
I know, but it's made by Namco Bandai, and I would say that's like probably the last, like one of the latest fighting games that has the most characters.
How many did Marvel vs. Capcom 3 have?
53, didn't it?
Like
54.
yeah, something like 50.
Oh, okay.
It might have been just 50.
Not that much.
It might have been just 50.
all right, well,
So, back
guess-
to Ricky's hypothetical. What if? What if? I mean, I don't think that there's only one left either. But what if?
I think there's 3 left, but
There's
I'll
only-
get to that.
yeah, I'll go first then.
Go for it.
Even though it's Josh's question, I said before that I think Shulk is in this game. I thought it before the Gematsu thing, and I still think he's in the game. And I've been very vocal about being Team Dixie. But for some, I can't quite explain why. I think you know what I think pushed me over the edge for Shulk? When they revealed that X was going to be called Xenoblade Chronicles X, and that they are banking on the name recognition of that franchise to sell the new game. I think that it's pretty likely we'll see a rep from that series in Brawl or in Smash Brothers. In Brawl, that would be impressive.
It will never
No.
not be Brawl.
But
retroactively.
yeah, I think when I saw that at E3, I was like more confident that we would see a rep, and I think Shulk is the one to go to. We're operating on Marth principle here, where he was the main character from the first game, so he gets the seat.
Yeah.
So I think Shulk personally.
I'm
very Team Dixie and Team Isaac in addition to Team Shulk. So
I'm gonna go with.
don't lynch me.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on Ricky's side here. I want Dixie Kong more than any other character that they haven't revealed. I mean, unless it's Toad, but let's be real. But I mean, I'm 100% Team Dixie, and I still think she has a good chance. Especially now that stupid leak is out of the way. Like, she wasn't on that, but that leak's dead, so she has every good a chance of being in it now as ever. But I think if it's going to be anybody, it's going to be Shulk, not just because of the reasons Ricky said, but also because if there's only one character left, they are not saving Dixie Kong for last. Dixie Kong,
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
like all the reveals that they've done so far, like you could feel the ground shake after those reveals from like the nerds, especially this latest one, and like Greninja and like Little Mac. Those are all huge reveals. And Dixie Kong just is not that big of a character. I think she's big and she's important to the franchise, and like she was in a recent game, and I think she has every right to be in Smash Brothers. But I don't think that they would save that kind of reveal this late into the game unless she's a hidden character and we're not going to know about her until later, which I absolutely think is the case. But if there's only one left and they're going to reveal that character before the game, it's going to be Shulk, because he's the only other character that I can think of that will be in this game that could have that kind of impact.
You know
Yeah.
what would make the ground shake?
Ridley, I know! Ridley, I know!
I was just thinking about it the entire time you said it.
To be fair,
Ridley.
I
he's
knew
not
somebody
wrong.
was gonna bring it up. I knew it.
Okay.
Knew it.
All right. Let's take a second here because people get pissed off at us every time we podcast about this.
That's why it's funny.
It is hilarious. It's hilarious. I love the Ridley joke. But I just want to make clear here that I would be so happy to be wrong. I would love for Ridley to be in this game, but he's not going to be.
Nope.
So get over
He is
it.
in the game. He's just not playing.
Shut up.
I
I mean, playable.
Playable character.
All right, smartass.
I would.
What's your answer?
What's my answer?
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, like if we got all our veterans back, I would be happy with the roster we have right now.
Oh, that's a cop out.
Yeah, pick a character.
No, I'm serious.
I don't
like,
care. You got to say someone.
All right. Karate Joe.
Karate Joe. All right, there we go.
I will say, Don, I agree with you too. If we got those 11 characters we've been talking about and nobody else, I'd be pretty satisfied with this roster.
I would
but,
be mostly satisfied with this
Yeah.
roster.
but that's not the question that we asked. All right, how about you, David?
Well, of course, I'm always going to go back to Mewtwo, but he doesn't count as a newcomer. Honestly, the newcomer I would want to see the most is probably Hades from Kid Icarus.
Oh fuck. yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I do love Hades.
Get a third rep though.
No.
No, I don't think it will. Well,
No.
never mind.
Should, but it won't.
Go ahead. No, talk about it. You wanted to talk about
Well,
it
it's
earlier, but you
just-
never did.
all right. Okay. Well, we'll just derail this for a second. Since Lucina's a clone, some people have gotten the idea in their head that Palutena's trailer hinted toward Dark Pit, and that Dark Pit may be a clone character of Pit, which is possible, but I don't know.
I
think he's an alt. Sorry to interrupt you, Ricky.
No, I don't want a Dark Pit to like slot on the roster. Not because I think Dark Pit is a really cool character, but I just don't want. They're the same. Lucina and Marth are different models.
Yep.
You could tell them apart. They look visually different. Same with Link and Toon Link. Dark Pit and Dark Pit are the same model. They look. There's nothing like different about them except color.
Yeah.
And that's. I would be. You know how hard it would be to tell them apart, especially if they're both in different colors. Like for
Yeah.
all.
No, you're right.
I just don't want that, and I think Sakurai is. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. I think he's a good enough game designer to know that would be confusing.
Mhm.
So yeah, I expect. Well, here's the thing. I'm just gonna. You went off on this tangent, so I'm gonna go off even further. When after that Palutena trailer came out and like Dark Pit was in her artwork on the website, people were like, "Oh, only playable characters have been in artwork on the website except Isabel because I'm gonna conveniently ignore things that don't suit my argument." But now,
And the ghost from Pac-Man.
yeah, well now I get to point out that Crom is right up there front and center on Robin and Lucina's artwork. So that rule that was never established in the first place is now out the window with the Gematsu leak. So I think, personally, Dark Pit will be an assist. I think that was what they were hinting at.
Yeah.
So
Maybe he'll get in next time.
I think he's
Kron.
a boss.
I've kind of gone back on that, and I think he's going to be Pit's alt.
yeah, I think that's perfectly reasonable.
Yeah,
too.
I think so too.
We know not all the alts were available for play on the show floor.
Mm-hmm.
They've revealed a lot of alts lately
Since
since
then,
E3
yeah.
that weren't in there. So yeah,
Oh yeah, like the light suit and the Mario,
Yeah.
like American Mario
And
from
hood-
the golf game.
Which is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life.
Hooded
Like,
little
gonna
Max. Hooded
Yeah.
little Max.
And Luigi fucked it up.
God bless Phil, who's not here.
Anyway, let's
Oh.
go back to our previous conversation.
Yes, back to the previous conversation. I'm still definitely on board with the new DK newcomer as well. But one character I would love to see Hades. I just think he'd be a lot of fun.
I like Hades a lot, and
Or,
he would be fun too.
Was the question who we want to see the most, or who do we think we're going to see? Because I picked who I thought I was going to see. I want to see Dixie the most,
Yeah.
but I talked about who I thought we were going to see. I don't understand the
Yeah.
question anymore because nobody seems to understand the question.
It's who you expect, not who you want.
Oh, who do I expect? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm gonna go pick somebody boring. I don't know. I don't know. Someone from a new franchise who would be a
Karate Joe.
surprising.
Splatoon girl, please, Splatoon girl.
That would be a pretty epic final character reveal.
Yes.
I'd be okay with Splatoon Girl playable.
Yeah. What do they
Before
call
the
it?
game's
The
out, she's Roy.
Inklings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
That'd be an awesome reveal. But yeah, it's gonna be someone from a new franchise. So somebody who's unexpected. I don't
Karate
know.
Joe.
Yeah, there you go. Let's go. Let's say Karate Joe.
How about you, Josh?
I have no idea. I just said who I want to see.
Well, I think. All right, you basically know this. I've been backing him the whole time. I think it's going to be Isaac. If it's just one more, I think it would be. I think he'd be unexpected. I think he would be welcomed by everyone. People know who he is. I know Golden Sun isn't a giant franchise, but it has 3 games, as does Rhythm Heaven.
As does Mother.
Yeah. And they have 2 reps.
Yeah. And unlike any character from Mother, Isaac has appeared in all 3 Golden Sun games.
Shit, I
Right.
forgot about the Mother series.
Exactly. And like, even though he's not the main character in Dark Dawn, that's the name of it, right?
The newest one, yeah.
Yeah. He is there, and
Yeah,
you can play as him.
Yeah, he's in it. He's in your party briefly. And again, we go back to Marth rules where like Isaac is from the first game and in the second game. Like he's one of the major characters in the second game as well. So he's if there's any rep from Golden Sun, it's going to be Isaac.
Mm-hmm.
And I do
that-
not think Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and that
Much
fits
as
the
I'd love to-
criteria that it's gonna be a new franchise, and it would be just someone unexpected.
What about Lady?
Yeah. I that's third party. I would love to see Leighton though. But the thing with here's the thing. I don't think it's out of the question at all for us to get Isaac and Shulk. I know they both use swords, but and so does Robin. But there's a lot of potential to work off of, particularly with Isaac because of the Jin and all the crazy Psi energy. I think that he has the potential to have a more unique moveset than even Shulk. But if I had to pick one, I'm still on the side of Shulk. So.
Team Shulk.
Yeah.
Hashtag Team Shulk.
But I think that Dixie and Isaac will be playable. I've put my foot down on that in the past, and I'm not going to take it off.
I want Dixie.
I know this means nothing, but Isaac's assist trophy still hasn't been shown, and it might
Yes.
just be a hidden assist trophy again. We
Yeah.
don't know.
It was hidden in Brawl, so
But like, I don't know, something about that. Like, I feel like he would have shown it by now, especially because he's shown most of the other ones from
Yeah.
Brawl.
yeah, but not all of them. We still haven't
Right.
seen Jeff or Cat Nana,
Or Barbara.
but I expect
Or Jill.
them to be back. So
Hmm.
I mean, there's no reason for them not to be. And Sakurai said he's trying to add as many assist trophies as possible. So
Hmm.
Takamaru.
That would be cool.
All right, there's still 2 other people in this
Also,
call that haven't answered yet.
Klaus.
yeah, who wants to go next? Kyle.
Say
or
Karate
Jess?
Joe.
Shut up, Don.
I'll go ahead.
Is it
Oh, never mind.
okay?
No, you won't.
Go,
Go
Jess.
ahead, Kyle.
No, go, Jess.
This sounds like a massive cop out, but I feel like y'all have covered all the bases already.
The Shulk.
Yeah, specifically Shulk. The only thing I'd really have to talk about is what characters I really want to see. I'm still on board the Dixie Kong train. I want to see her really, really bad.
Yes.
I really want to see Hades, but that's all I
Yeah.
can say at this point is that yeah, I would only be able to talk about what characters I want to see at this point. I
Mhm.
don't feel like I really have much to so
See, we have to speculate again. It's great.
yeah.
It's fun. We've had so much fun doing all of these and talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I know. Part of me.
I will say that. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, part of me never wants this game to come out just so they can start or just keep revealing new stuff.
You should
I
let
will
that
say that
part
if-
you die.
Yeah, if they're gonna add something from a new franchise, I really, really, really want it to be Splatoon because I think that has a lot of potential.
Game ain't even out yet, guys.
Yeah. So
And?
if it's gonna be from a new franchise, then I hope that's the one.
that's cool.
That's a good
I think
guess.
Splatoon looks like a lot of fun. So
Yes.
Anyway,
what you got to say, Kyle?
Yep.
I guess before I answer, let me ask for clarification. Is it who do I think or
We don't
who
know.
do I want?
No.
Just do both.
You can answer both, but the question we're asking is who do you expect? Who do you think it will
who
be?
do I expect it to be if there's one left? Shulk's Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
It's a game I haven't played, so I have a hard time casting my ballot into, dark waters.
Sure,
Mixed
but
metaphor.
if
It should be pretty evident that like Xenoblade Chronicles is like a big franchise for Nintendo now. Now that they have a sequel.
yeah, that's my reasoning. And like I was about to say, like, I understand you don't know much about the game, so it's hard to throw your backing behind that. But I think it speaks to Matt and our reasoning if we've started to sway you just with our words. I don't know if we have, but apparently we haven't.
Like I said, it makes sense, but since I literally don't know anything about Xenoblade Chronicles, I can't expect it. Just because, my friend didn't have any expectations about Palutena because he hadn't played Kid Icarus, which I reprimanded him for when he complained.
So what you're saying, Kyle, and correct me if I'm wrong, is you expect Ms. Pac-Man.
Dude, Ms. Pac-Man needs to be an alt.
Yeah,
It will be an alt.
Like,
Why wouldn't it be an alt?
yeah, I think that would be fun.
That would be a lot of fun.
Well, why don't you just answer who you'd want to see the most?
I thought about it earlier, and then it slipped my mind.
Hades.
Spoilers, the
No.
answer is Hades.
The James Woods Hades.
Brought up that I got it.
I'm sorry.
Is it what the fuck? Is it Isaac?
This is a karate show.
It's not Karate Joe. It's never Karate Joe.
It's
Pikachu. God damn it.
Is it Takamaru?
I don't know. I really just don't know.
It's
I don't know.
This is
Cell
Shrek.
Fox. It's Cell Fox. It's Mewtwo.
Mewtwo?
It's
Is it Mewtwo?
Sceptile.
I'm gonna see.
Oh god.
And they could also reveal Mewtwo. In
Shut up! Shut
Oh,
up!
wait. It came back to me. To me.
Oh.
I think it would be super cool, especially now that he's like in
Smash Bros.
Pirate Warriors.
Oh.
To have Girahim show up.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
There's
love
already
Girahim.
5 Zelda characters.
I love Girahim, yeah, but like Don said, there's already 5 Zelda characters.
Yeah,
And
it's true.
I don't think Girahim, much like I said about Zant before Brawl came out, he hasn't earned his way in yet. I understand that he's been in 2 games now versus 1, but still, he hasn't shown importance to the
I
franchise.
know. My opinion about having Girahim in Smash Brothers literally changed like 5 minutes ago.
Okay, all right.
I definitely agreed with you back when we were saying that in that podcast, 5 months ago? But kind of right now, I'm just kind of giddy on the thought of what if
I like Girahim a lot, but the people who are convinced he's going to replace Ganondorf make me mad.
Yep.
Nope, nope,
replacement? No. Replace? No.
Yes, thank you.
Impa should be playable.
Tingle is going to replace Ganondorf.
Tingle's
I want a
assist trophy.
Choraniki version of Tingle.
For Hyrule Warriors. Yeah, that's a podcast for another day.
I think I think there's 3 characters left. I think there's Shulk, I think there's Dixie, and I think there's some what the fuck character we don't know about. That's yes, Karate Joe.
I say.
No, seriously though, Splatoon girl, man. Like I know the game isn't out yet, but Roy?
Yeah, no, that would be Splatoon. Inkling would be a totally fucking boss move. It would be awesome.
Man, I understand that like they probably are all girls, but it's like if you want to call them, you call them Squid Girls, but you miss the opportunity to call them Squid Kid.
I thought
They're
some
called Inklings.
I thought some of them were boys. No, am I wrong?
Yeah,
Are they?
some of them have like a samurai top knot, and I think those are boys.
Yeah.
Huh.
It would be.
I've
It
heard
would
them
be.
called Squid Girls, like as just like a major character.
They could.
I just like the
Like
girl
I
design
said,
more.
Yeah, their official
Yeah.
official name is Inkling, and if they were to reveal one, it would probably be a girl, and then you could play as a boy. It's another one of those Avatar Robin
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
situations.
Yeah.
I could get behind that.
Yeah,
They can do it.
that'd
Like
be
I said,
big.
I think calling him a Squid Kid is the best.
Chorus Squid Kids.
No.
Ricky's just. Ricky's done.
Gematsu.
Hey man, like I would have never like wanted the Chorus Kids before that leak came out, and now I'm kind of intrigued at the idea of the Chorus Kids.
I
No,
would be
no, fuck
totally.
you.
I said this earlier. I would be totally fine if they were in. It's just the fact that I don't believe leaks until I see.
I don't
them.
believe it either. I don't think they're there, but I would be okay with it if they were,
Yeah, I wouldn't
Okay.
complain.
or if it was
I like
Karate
how it was,
Joe,
No, I'd be totally fine with it. And the other was, no, fuck you.
or just Marshall.
Just Marshall, that's fine.
Whatever.
The urban champion.
Yes.
Or the girl that looks like the Pringles man.
No.
Slippy.
He's not in this.
All right, we're coming up on an hour here, you guys.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts?
I'm super
Um,
excited for this game, and that was an awesome reveal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
it was a
was.
great reveal.
Yeah.
Probably definitely one of my favorite reveals so far, and that's saying a lot considering I haven't played Fire Emblem yet. But yeah, it's great. Can't wait for Wario. Fucking Wario.
Yeah, where's that guy? Fucking Captain
Yeah,
Falcon
he's-
stealing the
he's in
Wario
the game.
spotlight.
Oh, he's definitely in the game.
He's gotta be.
Yeah.
His symbol's there.
Nah,
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
Same argument as Captain Falcon applies.
Sakurai's just leading everyone on right now.
I just want to. I've been waiting for him. I expected him to be the next character like 8 characters ago. So I mean,
He's yanking everyone's chain.
Fucker.
my favorite reveal.
Master control this one.
My favorite reveal so far has been Pac-Man, but the Lucina and Robin one was really good too. So.
Dude,
Yeah.
the Pac-Man reveal was the best. But Lucina, yeah, I agree. Basically, I'm echoing what you just said.
Yeah, I'm super hyped for Crom and Lucina. Not Crom. Fucking what? Robin.
Robin, where is Robin?
Robin and Lucina. I think they both
You know,
are gonna be
you know Robin.
awesome.
The mask makes me look.
You know what? I am going to do as soon as I finish Unlimited World, I'm going to play Fire Emblem again, and I'm going
time.
to call the Avatar Batman because Robin.
Yeah. I'm
Good deal.
Okay.
I'm just excited that Lucina is playable because my attraction to Lucina is far less confusing than my attraction to Marth.
Are you kidding me? Marth's prettier
It's
than
voter
Lucina.
confusion.
Marth is my waifu, but I can have a pseudo waifu in the form of Lucina.
Make Lucina your waifu and Marth your husbando.
Okay, all right.
These words are confusing me.
Yes.
Those blurred
Oh,
lines.
Merkin.
All right, stop the podcast. I made my joke.
No,
I
no,
made
hold on,
I
hold
made
on.
my joke. I've been waiting to make the whole
I
madness to it.
want to make one last final say.
Joke.
Rest in peace, Gematsu.
No.
Listen, more like rest
What
in
if-
rest in
I don't
pieces,
want a Viking
Gematsu.
funeral for Gematsu.
What
No,
if Sakurai was the
launched
one
to
who
the
leaked
sun.
it? What if Sakurai was the one who leaked bad leaks
What if-
on purpose?
What if Shulk was going to be yesterday's reveal, but then everybody started thinking it was Shulk, so Sakurai changed it.
No.
Sakurai confirmed for Heisenberg.
So you know what it was? You know what it was?
Sakurai
This
cares
was
that
a
much.
this was a tag team troll.
Oh yeah, I fully believe that Sakurai like dialed up Xenoblade guy and was like, "Listen,
I hope Xenoblade guy is playable.
can you retweet my thing?"
The Xenoblade like director or whatever, he's
Yeah.
retweeted Smash news before, like on Twitter.
Yeah,
This isn't the first time. It's just people
I know.
are just making a big deal out of nothing.
I fully believe that he
That's
dialed that guy
Smash
up
Bros.
the phone
For you.
and was like, "Listen, I'm gonna do a character review. I want you to retweet it so people think it's Show."
He was like, that's cool, man. So where's Show?
Yeah.
Where is
Hey,
it?
bro.
Well, what if Sakurai
No,
told
bro.
him it was gonna be short?
And then it's just a trophy.
Just like you told Ubisoft it was going to be Rayman.
Oh God. We need to go to bed.
Camilla was expecting Wonder Red, and then it was just a trophy.
Dude, I'm surprised Sakurai isn't fired yet because what he said about Cam Falcon not having a like. What is he gonna get
That
a
shit
game?
was so funny.
Oh
I laughed so hard.
yeah, on Miiverse, yeah, that was hilarious.
Sakurai's being let go because he pointed out Nintendo's inadequacies.
He's not even employed by Nintendo anymore. He's like a third. He's like a free agent. He owns Sora,
Sora.
not the.
Yeah,
not
but
the
when is he gonna make a game
Luffy!
for another system?
I know he's not like.
He's,
I know he's not gonna go.
He's
out and
never
do
gonna.
stuff for.
What?
He's never.
What
I'm
if
just saying.
that's- what if
Like
that's
Nintendo
a
can't.
We stop talking
Like,
over each other. Jesus.
hit? Sorry, go ahead, Ricky.
Yeah, I got something to say too.
Nintendo can't fire him because he doesn't work there.
What if it's a hint at the next game Sakurai's working on?
He's gonna do F-Zero. Can we
Yeah.
end this fucking podcast, please?
Yeah, seriously, we're wrapping
This
now.
is the
Yeah.
podcast that never ends. This goes on and on, my friend.
Wait a minute.
Fuck you, audience.
Wait
Stuck in your head forever.
Chorus David. Chorus kids confirmed.
Good night, everybody.
Podcast confirmed.
That should be the name of our podcast. Yes. High five.
Podcast confirmed.
Yeah.
Why did it take us so goddamn long to come up with that?
Oh man.
That's the name of our Smash Brothers discussion specifically. Anyway.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
But,